All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of Guard Capital. Running a little late this morning. It is 9:03 Eastern Standard Time, December 1. Happy new month. Happy December. Happy holidays. Happy Merry Christmas to all those who celebrate the whole month of December, because in the Garcia household, we've been having Christmas lights up really since November, since Halloween, excuse me. So we've been in that Christmas spirit for a minute. So glad to be with you. I'm absolutely exhausted. I stayed up all night last night watching the Cowboys play till 1 in the morning. What a game. Heart attack, obviously, but I'm glad we won. Good to be with you this morning. Happy new month. Let's go around the horn. Good morning, Ryan. Ryan is a regular here on the Morning Note. He says that he takes his morning coffee with us at Car Capital. Always awesome. Always awesome to hear that. Even if it's just one viewer every day, it doesn't matter. That makes a difference over time. I'm going to give you guys my best. Come in day out, 9 a.m. to get you the news that you want. Let's go around the horn. Dow futures down 32 points this morning. NASDAQ down 60. S&P down a quarter point. The Russell down 0.28%. What a day yesterday. The Dow was up 500 points. Thank you, United Healthcare, and Salesforce.com, CRM. 10-year Treasury yields pulling back 4.338 this morning. Right. What a close. Yeah, like a little bit of a power hour yesterday. Well, power 15 minutes, let's call it. Dollar index is up slightly, 103.57. The VIX up 0.15% at 12.94. Crude oil is bouncing slightly after yesterday's OPEC meeting, which made crude oil stocks fall, energy stocks, and crude oil to fall as well. We are now at 75.94. Gasoline futures are up 0.39%, $2.18. Gold futures 20.57. Remember when 2000 was a big level, and we were talking about gold for a while. One of the better contracts to trade this past month. So awesome. Speaking of the past month, we went ahead and posted our spreadsheet for the month. As you know, month to date is over. What a November! But I'm going to go into detail about them on the next video, which will be tomorrow. The next video is the recap of the week, and it'll be kind of a hybrid with updating the month with everyone being with us. If you're on the blog, you've watched the videos. If you're a YouTube subscriber, you watch it. I actually missed 2 trades on the spreadsheet. So we actually did better than I thought. So I want to give a big shout out to one of our masterclass members for giving me the heads up. I switched my Excel. I had to update it to Microsoft 365, bullish Microsoft, I know. Let's Make Money. I want to give him a shout out. There was 2 trades on that list of the month. As you want to see here, this is the month here, but I'll give you the one that looks a little better on the Discord. This was on the live market blog and also the premium chat. It says 18 out of 20. We're really 20 out of 22. I missed DraftKings and Palantir on that list. I don't know why I didn't add those 2. Must have been just a mistake on my end, and that's fine. But again, I'm going to go over them together. We're going to go over these trades together rather quickly. So again, if you're somebody that's on the fence about either joining us or being interested in options trading, this is a really good video to watch so you can see the last month of what we did, how we did it, the explanations, the getting in, the getting out, and the results. I think it's important to kind of show at least the steps of what we do, not just, hey, this is what we got. We got to explain things. That's the key, and updating you. That's the difference here at Guard Capital. We don't throw stuff on the wall and then walk away. No, we're going to answer your questions. We're going to update you, and we're going to make sure that you're comfortable with the positions you have open. Now, that's very easy to say now since AMD and Disney are pretty much going to probably be dead. The good news is that we do have Citibank open. That's for 2 weeks from now. So it is in the money, or was in the money, closing the money. We have the 46 calls. They were green. So we'll see what we get there. Let's see, move this over. What else we got? Silver futures up about a quarter point this morning. Copper futures up 0.71%. Let's see, dollar yen is flat. Euro dollar up, down 22 pips. And then you have the dollar, Canadian dollar down 31 pips, 135.28. 126.24 for the pound dollar. That is absolutely flat. And Bitcoin, new 52-week highs, 38,800. Are we close to 40,000, guys? Anyone here ready for 40,000 on Bitcoin? I am, because that's going to happen. Now, the question is, do we use that 40,000 resistance of what we were even expecting? Are we going to use that now as our support moving forward? And again, Bitcoin going higher is a very good sentiment indicator because that is the highest risky trade you can make. Cryptocurrency is so volatile, it's 24 hours, you could sell anytime. And the fact that it is moving higher is telling us it's kind of a leading indicator. Bitcoin has been doing way better than the stock market, and it's kind of been that way of showing us, hey, higher. So Bitcoin going up, that needs to be on your radar, not for purchasing or anything like that. Again, if you're DCAing, cool, that's fine. But again, kind of giving a sentiment check of what the market is looking like. Ethereum up 1.74% at 2105. That's where we are this morning. Let's go ahead and open up our charts class. Sebastian is ready to rock. Sebastian Garcia, he's probably my distant cousin. Of course he's going to get priority with 3 charts. Come on. Come on, Ryan. You know the drill. All right, so Tesla 240.08. We are down a little bit. Let's see. We have the 50-day moving average. We broke below it. Okay, below 230.82. That alert is still there. We have a gap fill at 225. Maybe we get a crack at it. Maybe. So looks like the Cybertruck wasn't, embraced with open arms as everyone probably expected as a stock trader. We did hit Tesla this week, but we got out. Got as high as 66. The runner again that went to zero, flat basically. So it is what it is, but we'll see if we get a pop up again. That support there at 230.82. That's right where the 20-day moving average is. That is your support. Watch the close today. If we can get a close above the 20 or the 50, we'll keep an eye for next week. We'll add it to the watch list if the close is actually decent. If we just chop around here, then we're pretty much in neutral land, no man's land. Next one we have is Palantir. Palantir, I have an alert at 2030. Still hasn't broken. Once it does, the 21 calls, the 22 calls. Yesterday I didn't do much because I really wanted to close out some risk on the board. We did catch Mara. I believe that was yesterday. Did we catch that? No, the day before. Let's see for the week. We'll go over this on the weekend. We've got Roku, Marathon, and Tesla. Okay. Disney, we need a miracle. Maybe Apple buys Disney today or something insane. Not going to happen. But unfortunately, even bought time, guys. I mean, I filled in the 17th, December 1st, man. What can you do? AMD, in the money, hit in the money in reverse. So difficult. And Citibank we got for 2 weeks. So that we're going to go over that this weekend. I got plenty to say about that. And again, about how trading is and about expectations and about, kind of you're used to something over time, and then you get a little bit of a deviation. It's what you do afterwards that defines who you are, the resiliency. If you guys remember back in October and September and August, we had a lot of videos talking about resiliency, talking about that chop, coming back, working harder to get where you need to go, and kind of tweaking the plan. Remember we were getting a lot of reversals? Now we've been kind of, catching things on time, obviously in AMD and Disney notwithstanding. But again, we'll go over that this weekend, Saturday, when we go over the week and the monthly trades. I say Saturday because I still have to build. I just got a new desk. This desk is really old, and I got to kind of fix my setup. Once I fix the desk, one of the top videos on our YouTube channel was our desk setup, my desk setup. And again, that's an old desk setup from a home that I used to rent back in the pandemic. So I'll get you guys an updated video one of these days. So you guys can see kind of the setup of what I use and some of the things that I like to use in terms of programs, some peripherals, stuff like that. If you're kind of a nerd like me for everyday carry and desk setups, I'm such a dork for that. So I'll send a video out for that. I hope this desk looks really nice. I still have to move it into the office, but I digress. Palantir above 2030. We're taking a look at the 21 calls, possibly the 22s, more likely the 20s, the 21s, but we need to break that alert first. But it is on the watch list for next week. Mara, thankfully we got out. We got 30%, and we learned our lessons. Remember back then when I'd be like, 40% rule, 30%, it was choppy. We took it. That's exactly what we want. That kind of just, hey, man, who cares about 10%? You just take the win. Because we've had a couple of names this year. I think it was about 12 trades that were green, 30%, 20%, and we held for target, flipped. And that sucks. And that was bullish and bearish, puts and calls. Imagine that. 1286 for Mara is what we're looking for, more upside. For more downside, we are looking for 1062. on the daily. So it doesn't look great. Mara needs to break 1286. We're at 1222. We're still above the 100. There's no gaps to fill. So again, if you're looking for Mara, you're gonna have to look around the 1450 to 14 strike. 1442 being the next resistance higher, which is the mid August levels that we had. I'm here with you almost every day. That's right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, MV. Brano's asking, which stocks would you buy for long term here? And I actually posted that on the Instagram. Ooh, very cool. I just got a headline here. Rockstar Games set December 5th, date for Trailer 1. Rockstar Games does not know what Trailer 1 relates to. That's probably really implying GTA 6. And if anyone is a GTA fan, you are waiting for that with bated breath. So Thanksgiving, I went ahead and was asked a question. What is top three stocks you'd recommend to purchase? So again, another question here from Ryan. It's very similar. And again, I wrote it down because it's so much easier. So again, it's on my phone. It's me, I promise. I'm not reading it from somebody. Microsoft, again, we talked about that. Microsoft and SMH. These are top 10 stocks of 2023. SMH means semiconductors. NVIDIA is the largest holding. So again, if you bought that, congratulations. Microsoft, SMH, and UNH. Those are the three I like long term. And guess what's breaking out, baby? UNH. UNH below 500 is a gift. I've said that many times. I'm a shareholder, been a shareholder. United Health has a very big customer called the US government and Medicare. So as long as that money keeps coming in, UNH is going to do well. There is also a merger from Cigna and Humana. Let's see if that affects UNH moving forward. But those are my three: Microsoft, SMH, that's a semiconductor ETF, and UNH, United Health. If you're looking for a short term move, short term, less than a year, I just want to make money. I don't care about the stock. I just want to not have options. I just want to own the stock. Palantir, DraftKings, TLT. Palantir, we know where we're going. Right to this gap fill at 23.94. DraftKings, which pulled back yesterday. I'm waiting for 23.95. This got room to 45. And then TLT, I've been saying it, bonds, bonds, bonds. That's what I'm looking for, more government bonds. So again, we get dividend, got a couple of gaps to fill. Maybe with a little luck, we get to 100, maybe to 110 for a nice gain next year. So those are my 6 stocks to look for long term. Now, it doesn't mean I don't love Apple before Apple gets upset. Apple's great, but you asked for the best ones, and those are the best ones. Probably are. So there we are this morning. Let me see what else. Any headlines that I'm missing? Let's see. Treasury yields remain weak ahead of Powell remarks. Let's read this. Treasury yields hovering around their lowest level of months, holding down the dollar as investors bet that interest rate cuts are just 3 or 4 meetings away. Cuts, it's crazy. Wall Street Journal reports that Fed officials are unlikely to indicate they are ready to cut soon and fuel a market rally. Powell has a fireside chat at Spielman College in Atlanta today at 11 a.m. Markets are probably going to pay attention for hints to what lies ahead. 10-year Treasury yields at 4.34 this morning, and the 2-year at 4.692. We are still inverted on the yield curve. And here is the seasonality. The 15th of December, that's the expectation for higher. So maybe around the 3rd, you see a little bit of a bump up. So again, I still expect a Santa rally. Let's see what we get. It's so crazy that if anyone's here in sales or anyone that does any kind of sales for a living, where you're trying to push so hard for that end of the month to get, your sales or to do the best you can and try to finish your work. And then once you do, you feel so proud to have that done. And then you start next day back at zero. That's how I feel today. Back to zero, back to work. November was great. Applaud for November. But now it's December time. We got to work. Got a lot to go. Why do I prefer UNH over CVS? CVS is a pharmacy. United Healthcare is actually an insurance provider. So not exactly comp, but they are in the same sector. CVS has been beaten down with Walgreens Boots Alliance lately as well because Mark Cuban's pharmacy delivery. Amazon is also doing pharmacy delivery. So unless Amazon does, Medicare coverage, expanded coverage, I wouldn't be too worried about that. But Amazon is starting to, get into that healthcare space. So CVS and Walgreens, very tough, more competition than there already is. So I mean, CVS, I remember we used to have Eckert's, Albertsons. So these names always change. Progress is progress. We know the drill, but pharmacy seems to be kind of a dying out industry. Let's be honest. I mean, if you can get Amazon Prime and get any kind of your prescriptions through your door, that's probably more likely what you're going to do. I mean, yes, you have baby boomers that are old and aging. They like to go to their pharmacy and chat it up with the pharmacist, but this is a new generation that likes everything online. So, click of a button right in your front door. So CVS and Walgreens Boots Alliance, the setup for them, the theme for them going forward, I'm sure the stock can go higher. We have buybacks, many things that could change, but the business itself, the underlying business itself, it doesn't seem very sustainable when you have Amazon breathing down their neck. There's only a very few industries that are Amazon proof. We've talked about them: auto parts, construction materials. I mean, you're not buying lumber wood on Amazon, and you're not buying an alternator on Amazon. You want to go speak to somebody at AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts. The one more that I'm forgetting too, and they had a great quarter, was Ulta. And Ulta, we've talked about that for years. Oh man, Ulta and Sephora. Sephora's part of LVMH. I mean, 478 a share. And this is Amazon proof, guys. And again, you can see how much it's pulled back. We got a lot to go. We're above the 200 day now. Now we could start seeing about Ulta going for that all-time high of 556 over the time or down the line. So let's see if it breaks above 487.25. If it does, wait for a pullback. You don't have to buy immediately, but just stay above the 200 day, right around this zone here. You can start taking a look for a longer term swing on Ulta. GME, the good old lottery ticket. I'm glad I did not fill that trade. I was looking at seeing the break above the 100 and it came back down. You have a gap to fill here at 1358. You're probably going to get that filled very soon. So if you get to 1358, depending on where we close, we'll see where we get on GME moving forward. The old school lottery ticket, that is GameStop. All right, guys, I think that's really it. Thank you, Ryan, Victor, Sebastian, Brano, Envy, Fit Vibes, Guru. Appreciate you guys, as always, joining me this morning and every morning. And we'll go ahead and leave it there. I will see you guys tomorrow to recap the whole month, recap the week, preview the next week. This is where it gets really, really game time. End of the year. I love it. That's where we get reports. That's where I have to start seeing, hey, how did we do this year? What can we do to improve next year? So again, I'll do that video for our options members towards the end of the year. And man, we got so much to be grateful for. What a great month. And I hope we can only repeat it or be better into December. Have a great rest of your morning. I will see you guys on the live market blog on Discord as always. And if not, I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.